Welcome to Economics Trainer. This video was made to help you strengthen your skills in microeconomics. Here we have a sample question, care of brighttutoring.ca. It's the kind of question you'd expect to see on a test in a second-year microeconomics class. Let's work through it together. So here's the question. Consider a monopsony with the supply curve of P equals 30 plus 2 times the quantity supplied, and a market demand curve of market price P equals 90 minus the quantity demanded. Using that information, we have to find the monopolist's marginal expenditure equation, and then find the monopsony equilibrium market price and output. So here let's start off with the marginal expenditure equation. We know marginal expenditure is going to be the change in total expenditure from the change in quantity. So here we're going to be looking at the derivative of the total expenditure equation, which is price times quantity. So for price, we'll use the inverted supply curve. And then for quantity, it's just quantity. And then here it's going to be a simple product rule. So if we differentiate the front, we get the change in the inverted supply curve with respect to quantity times quantity. And then plus, we keep the front the same, which is just going to be price of the supply curve times 1. So here if we plug this in, if you look at the slope of the supply curve with respect to quantity, if you differentiate that, you can see it's 2 here. So we're going to have 2q, and then plus the supply curve, which is just the whole thing. So 30 plus 2q. So the marginal expenditure equation here is going to be 30 plus 4q. So that's what we have here, 30 plus 4q. So you can see this number is double that number, which always happens when you have a linear supply curve. So now that we have marginal expenditure, we can find the next part, which is the market equilibrium, price and quantity. And we do that from the monopsonist's equilibrium condition, which is marginal expenditure equals demand. So we have marginal expenditure, 30 plus 4q. And we set that equal to the demand curve, which is 90 minus q. So let's see here, well, 5q is going to be 60. So the optimal quantity is going to be 12. And then once we have the quantity, we take it and we plug it back into the supply curve because of the price setting power of the monopsonist. And then once we have that, we'll say, okay, the quantity is 12. We go back to supply here. We say, okay, the price is going to be 30 plus 2 times 12. So here, the monopsony price, 30 plus 24, is going to be 54. So we're going to have 54 here and 12 there. And that's how you do that question. This video is brought to you by people who like, share, and subscribe to this channel. You can also support my work by buying me a coffee.